Have you ever felt like there's a vivid fire burning inside of you, yearning to break free and illuminate your life? That, my friend, is your vibrant life waiting to bloom. Welcome to the Vibrant Life Podcast. We are here to empower women just like you to liberate that vibrant life, to live authentically, and to harness the power within.
Our journey will take us through the enlightening realms of energy healing, goal setting, spiritual awakening, and so much more. We're stepping into the light of self-acceptance, of owning our power and potential.
If you have been yearning to dive headfirst into the world of entrepreneurship or awaken your spirituality or simply make peace with yourself, your search ends here at the Vibrant Life Podcast. As we embark on this enlightening journey together, we promise to hold your hand through every step of your journey to a more vibrant life.
Your adventure to true empowerment and authentic living begins here. Tap into the vibrant life you've always dreamed of. Subscribe now and join us at the Vibrant Life Podcast. Embrace your vibrant self. Until then, shine on.
Shine on. Here we go. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it says this meeting is being recorded. So
Okay, great. Okay, well, do you want to kick us off or do you want me to?
Welcome to Vibrant Life Podcast. We are trying something new today. So I am Audrey and this is my co-host Cassie. And today I'm recording from home. I am not in Cassie's lovely, vibrant background. So I blurred out my background so you can't see my basement. But it's picked up because we're getting ready to list our house actually, but it's very crowded down here. So anyways, we have had an interesting week. Energy shifts happening, working on doing the glow. If you guys listened to our glow up method last week, we have been personally trying to tap into that a whole bunch this week. And with life happening, we've been too busy to even actually, it's minus 30 today also. So,
Right. I was going to say it's too cold to go anywhere too.
to leave today it just wasn't really worth it. So, here we are.
Yeah, so we're trying this. So this is good. This is good to know that we can do this.
We can do this, and we didn't want to leave a week open after we had just started our second season. We're like, here we go, season 2. And then we're like, and we did one and we're done.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to try to look up, which I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So sorry for the people watching on video if I'm like looking everywhere but at you.
Like cross-eyed because yes, I'm supposed to look at the green dot and I want to look at Cassie's face. And
Yes.
so we'll do the best we can.
We'll rock it out. So we thought we'd come on here and just kind of do a debrief with you guys. This might be a little bit of a different episode than we're used to doing. Obviously, we love the energy of Audrey and I in the same room. Hopefully, that will translate over Zoom as well, but we'll see. So, what we wanted to talk to you about is kind of how this last week has gone. I feel like in the world, in our personal lives, it's been kind of chaotic. So we wanted to come in and just almost level set, I would say, just be very transparent about like, we don't know really how we're going to move forward as far as social media, what we're feeling about the whole thing, what our potential plans are, and hopefully get some feedback from you as well. And then, yeah, talking about the glow up method, how we've been focusing throughout all of that chaos on just the small things that we can control. So, yeah, that's, that's what we got.
I guess I can start talking about healing. So, anybody who knows about my whole toe debacle last May, I had another issue pop up for me, and I have been laid up with a bum toe. I had to have a little procedure done. And so it left me from being like a million miles an hour to, oh, there's that brick wall again. I am being told it's time to rest. It's time to go within. It's time to figure out what lessons need to be learned. So I have a book on spirituality and ailments, dis-ease within the body, what they correlate to as far as what you're feeling spirituality wise. And the right toe is about holding on to old belief patterns that you need to let go of. And so for this to come back around again, it's been since last May. So 8 months. I took a really bigger, deeper dive into what the dis-ease within my body was meaning for me. And so I actually had a fabulous week. Once I was just like, okay, here we go. I just kind of laid into it. I read a couple of books. I did all of my meetings for work virtual because I couldn't put a shoe on. And honestly, I've had such a major energy shift this week. I went from running around Christmas break feeling like I never got that break. And then I went back into work and work was hectic. Well, the universe was like, girl, you do need a break. So here you go.
Right.
So got to lay low. I got to rest up. I feel like my energy feels so much better. I'm still dealing with some discomfort, but I'm just kind of taking it one day at a time. I got all caught up at work, like because I wasn't out driving in the community. I was actually able to do all of these extra applications and things like that because my time management was easier to work with. So all of that. I'm using Glow with that, trying to find those bits of gratitude, trying to visualize the outcomes that I want to happen, using those positive affirmations. I'm reaching in, I'm reaching out to community. I'm feeling good, even though today is a weird day. I haven't watched any of the inauguration,
No.
anything, because I just don't want to know what's happening in the world. And I don't think that will bring me any joy. So I'm just
No. Nope.
so happy
Uh,
to see the joy. I was like, cut it out.
yes, yes. So I think one thing to point out for our audience too is at the very beginning when your toe was laid up and or you were laid up and I was like, I'm struggling to get going, we were having this conversation and we were talking about how it relates to the seasons method. Because when we were doing our vision boards, we both said we are feeling like a season of revitalization. Like we are ready to freaking go. Like, let's go. Right. And then we both were like, "Oh, wait." And so I think what I wanna make sure we point out is just because we said season of revitalization doesn't mean self-care goes in the wayside, doesn't mean that, you can't have these ebbs and flows and you need to be at 100% because one of the important things that you pointed out is you were able to catch up. So while you didn't fight what your body was telling you, which is why we are so intuitive based with the seasons method, you weren't fighting. You were like, okay, this is what needs to happen. And then you were able to maximize after that. So that's where that relationship is so, so important because you're listening to what your body needs, and then you're able to go with the energy that you were feeling before, and you were able to dive in even more, which is the same for me. I had a PMDD episode out of nowhere, and my body was like, "Yeah, you say you want a revitalization season, and you are going to be in one, but first we need a little, like, mini reset season, a little mini reset moment," and then I have been able to dive in and focus more and get more done, and I'm feeling more inspired. So I wanted to make sure we pointed that out. It's just because you set a season in a certain one doesn't mean the other ones aren't important or you won't have elements of the other seasons within your larger season. It's just that's what your energy overall is feeling.
Yeah, I love that you pointed that out because that's exactly it. Because I was like, oh, it's a time of rest. And for me, I think of the winter season as like a dying season, but I got so much done last week. It was absolutely insane. And also, too, I'd like to point out, I'm doing a lot more full moon work as far as like I'm putting out meditations. That's my goal for the year is to put out meditations for new moon and for full moon and to provide a little journal prompt with that because that's where I really started in my spiritual practice was working with the moon and I noticed with that full moon how much energy I had and how much I was able to get done. And so those moon cycles are pretty quick. So even you might, and also my cycle is synced up with full moon too. So you might notice some ebb and flow too, depending on what's happening in the world around you.
Yes. When I was first kind of researching like how to take care of myself and really getting into the cycle because we don't really know about that a lot. Like no one teaches us about like your cycle and how that really all the ways that can really impact you. But one of the things that was interesting, I went to this talk by a lady who runs the Agenda app. And so it's a cycle tracking app, but then it also relates to your business. And she's from Des Moines here. And so I went to her workshop that she was doing and she freaking blew my mind. It was amazing. But one of the things she pointed out is that men's hormonal cycle is on like a 24-hour cycle. So they peak, they have like their peak productive hours from like 8 to 5 and how our society is structured around that. Well, women are on a 28-day cycle. And so we don't ebb and flow at the same times every single day. It's more of like a weekly basis. And so with her app, she went in and she was like, "Okay, this is when you need to focus on sales. This is when you need to focus on on whatever." And these kind of tasks are probably what you're going to be feeling, and it was one of the key pieces that put it together for me because with PMDD, my cycle hits me so hard. And that only started after I had my daughter. And so I was like, I have no idea what's happening with my body. No one can tell me. And so I was still in that like finding out phase with that. And so having that knowledge really helped. And then meeting you and having the moon cycles, I was like, okay, this is all starting to like click for me.
Well, another tiny little piece of the puzzle, which I think is what going on a spiritual journey is. And that's what it includes. And it's never ending. Like it continues
Right,
on the entire time here as a human. You just learn a little bit more and I think that's the thing I've really been trying to remind myself is staying in the present moment and finding joy in all of the mundane because that's when life really becomes magical when you're able to get present and be there and realize there's no end to this healing business. It
right,
continues on and on. You just find another little piece of the puzzle which helps you be better and better and better and better.
right. You're gonna go through cycles. Like everything is just a cycle. And I think this, whether it's a spiritual journey or a self-awareness journey, like there's always more layers that you can peel back. Like, I mean, we've talked about this on the podcast before of like, oh, you thought you were done with that limiting belief, but now you're going to dig deeper. Or now you thought, cycles of healing come back around. It's like grief, like it hits you, it's not a constant state. And there can be duality involved in that where like you're super happy in the moment, but you can also be super sad at the exact same moment. Like it's weird.
Light in the dark.
My daughter and her friend.
Oh, that's my kids are, making noise at the same time. That's the other thing. This is real life. So we're
Yeah.
recording on Monday, which we've never done before. We always record on Fridays when everyone's at school. So yeah,
It
real
is
life.
what it is. But that's what this podcast and that's what this community is about, is doing real life together and finding the magic in the mundane and then creating more magic in the big moments or creating those big moments where the magic is easier to find.
Love
So,
that.
speaking of that, what's the future of our community?
Yeah, this is where we're at. So, of course, went down on Saturday night and it was super weird as being, we have really worked on that platform, I would say the most. We're connected with the other platforms, but TikTok is where we've really found an amazing community. And so, with it going away only for 12 hours, when we came back to it, it was a weird thing. Although I did see another creator that posted, what if they were just really making sure that they were following the law. They were told they couldn't be there, and then they had to make sure. I didn't like that he who must not be named was the one that was thanked for allowing them to come back. That's
Who originally created the problem.
right. That's where it felt kind of icky to me. So but that is okay. So, anyways, with that, we're like, we want a place for people to be able to be together. And so all of a sudden, I felt very tapped in, and my guides were like, open, vibrant life community. So, while we still offer some really amazing, like all of our podcast pals, our meditations, our courses, Five to Thrive, we've got our Radiant Path course. Like we have all these great things that we want people to use that we put time and effort into that we want to create a business with. But we also want community to just be open for anyone who wants to join. So Cassie is working behind the scenes today to figure out how we open that up.
So where we were at is we were like, gosh, like TikTok is going away. Like we have this platform already that we've created that's safe and private, and we want it to be like really good energy, really good vibes, really supportive. That's the vision. And so what we're going to do is create a free space. So what we'll have in there is a place to do conversations, which on the app that we're on, she ran like this. She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the mama. I gotta ignore it." The app that we're on has spaces where you can have conversations and we can have different threads and different chats. And so we'll open that up for just everyone, free to join. And then we'll probably have some free resources. So, an intro to the glow method that we're talking about, probably some meditations from Audrey, maybe some meditation from me. Maybe I'll go outside my comfort zone. I don't know. But we have all of these great resources, so we'll probably put several of those into, like, a free section, and then if you want to join the courses, if you want to get more serious, if you want to be part of that next level of the society, then you can go into our paid membership as well. But we were just like, we have the tools already and the background to set up this community. Like that's already the dream. So let's just reconfigure what that looks like. So anyone else that's kind of having this energy of like, I don't know, things feel sketch. Things don't feel safe. Maybe I need something else. Like, I don't think you can sit and scroll videos, but you can create a deeper connection. So instead of a time waster, which guilty, like total no judgment there, like
Yep, me too. Yep.
total no judgment. Cause look, but I have found things on TikTok that I did not know existed or whatever. Like I've gotten a lot out of it, but we can create this like free, safe community. And that's what's really important to me, where it's like, we're not going to sell your data. We're not going to like, I just think, especially today and moving forward, like, we're gonna need those spaces that are private and safe. So, eventually, our plan is to move off of, like, the Mighty Networks app and create our own. So, this will help us do that. The more members we have, the more people on there, the more we can provide new features. So, anyway, that's kind of our vision. That's what we're feeling called to do. And I realized I'm looking down, so I will be seeing
I'm looking at you, look at your face, so I'm probably looking sideways. Yeah.
Am I looking? So, yeah, we're setting that up for you guys and we're excited. We'll still probably be on TikTok. I mean, of course, unless I don't know, unless Meta bought it or something like that.
That's just it, I know, and I'm struggling with the Meta platform because there's, all the people from high school, all the people from college, all the people from my old jobs, that's the only place I see those people. So while I have this moral urging to, like, get out of there.
I know, it's so hard. I mean, they got us out. So I started in high school. Like, it's the only place that I have like high school super pixelated pictures from 2005. Like, I don't know. Like, so it is hard. But yeah, we've been trying to be more like intuitive led, going where the energy goes, really practicing what we preach of like what feels good. And so while we might leave the Vibrant Life page up, it's not going to be like where we try to direct people or congregate with people. So we'll either do that on TikTok or within our own platform. And we're looking at Substack, we're looking at Neptune.
I really like Neptune a lot. It is a female, well, mostly female and queer run company out of Arizona. So it's within the US. And I'm actually following their CEO on TikTok and I really like her. So I think Neptune could be the next TikTok because they're trying to bring in like different pieces of all of the different networks. So I like that for them. I like that Vibrant Life will be a little bit more private for really getting deep with people and creating connections, and that's definitely what we're looking for, but we're also offering, support during a transformation. If you're wanting to transform how your everyday feels, we
Right.
want to support you in doing that and have safe spaces to be able to explore because maybe you don't know what the next step is. Maybe you don't like, where do I even start? Like, we just want to give you options.
Yes. Yeah. And have that feel safe and supported and all those things. Like,
All the good, juicy, bubbly things. Yeah.
all the good things, yeah. So, yeah, we will still be, like, out there bringing in more people. I mean, you can't run a business today without having social media. So, obviously, we will play the game, and we will support our community that's out there. Like, if that's as far as you wanna take it, we appreciate you supporting us on social media.
Okay.
But, if you wanna go deeper, we'll have that free level, and then we'll have the paid level, so you can just get a deeper level of access to all of the good things that we put out, because we do spend a lot of time and energy creating good things for you guys, so it'd be great if you used them.
Any business, they say it takes a while to kind of ramp up. So we've got really good structure and flow to what we've created this year, and it's all ready to go. So we're just like, all right, we just need some more OGs
Yep,
on the
yep.
platform.
So
That
if you
is,
wanna be an OG, let
uh,
us know.
yeah, we still have a bunch of badges to hand out for original members.
Yes.
So we've only handed out a few of those. Well, a good good handful now, but
Yes. Yeah. I think we've got a couple left. So if you want to get one of the few OGs, then you can be like, I have a few creators that I follow like that where I'm like, I've been here since the beginning.
It's very exciting to be a
Yeah.
part of that and to watch somebody grow like that. So I think
Yeah.
that's amazing. I love that for us. I'm focusing a little bit more on healing. I'm being called to share that healing messages. So I'm not exactly sure what that's going to look like. I just kind of got going. I've done 2 days in a row now. I don't know. Let's go for 365. We'll see what I feel called to do to share that too. So that's something new that's going to be coming out.
Yeah. So when you say that, are you talking like you're doing the daily readings, which I know you're doing in
Yeah,
there?
I believe right now it's a daily oracle card. I did Reiki with it yesterday. I didn't today because I was curious if I just jumped into the cards, if that would get a better response. I would like to offer the Reiki though. I feel like everyone, if you're scrolling, just take a second to take a deep breath and
Yeah.
ground yourself with your energy. I love that. I don't know what I'll do for that. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're always trying new things, adding new things. We're focusing on the beginning and building on the beginning. So Audrey was talking about like she's doing the balloons. I really started with glow, the glow method. I mean, I called it Five to Thrive, and we're in the midst of rebranding it for the book that I'm releasing, but really digging into what are those beginning steps? If you don't like the way your day-to-day feels, this was the method that we use to just make it better incrementally. It's like the little blueprint. So really getting that out for everyone. And then we have all these amazing plans. So hopefully we'll get to do all of those with you guys. One of the things we've been really, really dreaming about is retreats and meeting up in people. Like that just I love that. I love the idea of it. I love the way that feels. And
And we're doing
so
I mean, it's not totally Vibrant Life, but we're doing the second book retreat coming up this coming weekend. Um,
yes.
and so I think Vibrant Life can definitely put a spin on that and start hosting. I
Yeah.
think start hosting retreats like that at your Airbnb. It would be incredible to just have a space for people to get away from their families for the weekend, get a total reset.
Yeah.
Um, I think we're heading that direction.
I think so too. And we'll start in small groups. So if you're one of our OGs, you'll get the initial, probably when it will be the cheapest it will ever be. But if you're looking for good, solid community, you're looking for ways to make your days feel more magical. Like we said, finding the magic in the mundane, finding the magic, building the magic for the big moments, and then finding community. Because I mean, those book retreats, even though we're only on our second one, like I have heard so many good things. I mean, I had people that I didn't know that came to that one, and like now I'm good friends with them. And just everyone had such positive things to say. I think that kind of thing. If you are looking for community, we're it. Welcome.
Welcome. Let's do it.
Okay, I think we've covered it for today, but we will see you guys all the places. Stay tuned for the update on the link to join the free community within the Mighty Networks app and have a wonderful magical day and learn about glow and learn about Audrey's oracle cards and Reiki. Make sure you're tuning into those. So,
All right. We'll see you guys next time.
see you next time. Uh,
Exciting news! The Vibrant Life Society is now open, and we'd love for you to join our incredible community of empowered women. Sign up through the link in the show notes to start creating your most vibrant, joy filled life today. And thank you for tuning in to our Vibrant Life podcast. We hope today's episode has energized and inspired you to live your best life. If you enjoyed what you heard, be sure to subscribe on your favorite platform so you never miss an episode. And please take a moment to leave us a review. Your feedback fuels our mission to bring you more valuable content. Stay connected with us on social media at Vibrant Life Society for daily tips, motivation, and community support. As we wrap up today's conversation, we encourage you to embrace each moment, pursue your passions, and prioritize your well-being. Together, let's create a life that radiates with energy and purpose. Until next time, live vibrantly. See you in our next episode.